Hello. Hi, can you hear me? Yes, good. So, I am the Commercial Director at Thames Water. It's a great pleasure to be here today. One of the things I'm going to talk to you about is what we've done inside Thames Water to engage with our customers on water and energy efficiency. But I want to start by taking you back about 1,000 years. This here is a photo of a London bathhouse. Back in about 1200 AD, there were half a dozen or so of these in South London. And this was really the start of water and energy partnerships, I think. You've got to imagine the world. So this is London. It had about 50,000 people inside London at that time. One of the biggest cities in the world. There wasn't sewerage. There wasn't water supply. People were probably a bit dirty and smelly. Sewage would be tipped into the streets, and then they'd divert rivers late at night, and it would wash the water away. It was a nasty, smelly, unpleasant place. About the only place you could ever get clean was in a bathhouse. And these bathhouses were very like modern-day saunas in Scandinavia. They would be mixed. You didn't wear anything in them. They were the only place you could get clean hot water. You'd sit inside a sort of wooden tub. They'd lay a cloth sheet over it so you'd sit in comfort. They'd scent the water with licorice and cumin and mint and things like that. There's even pictures where they would bring you food on a board and rest it on the water, and you'd be able to sit in your spa eating it. I mean, this is better than the stuff we get today. It really is. You read this stuff and you think, good Lord. Now, the reason this was an energy partnership was because actually the heat that was used to heat these bathhouses typically came from the bakers who'd be next door. There'd be a baker which would start up in the morning at 4 a.m. They'd light their fires and warm their ovens, and the heat would then pour through to the bathhouse next door. It would warm the waters up, and then children would run through the streets calling out that their particular bathhouse was now open and ready for service, and that would attract clients in. What a great world. I want to go back there. Now, let's bring this up to date. Thames Water. We're now in the 21st century. Thames Water, 14 million customers. We serve London and the surrounding regions. How do we get our customers to engage on water efficiency and energy efficiency measures? Well, we've got a few challenges here. The first one is that actually our water bill is pretty low. You know, it's less than £1 a day. Put that into context, people's energy bill is probably an order of magnitude bigger than their water bill. Another complication we've got is that not everybody is on a water meter. In fact, in Thames Water, as you can see, we've got under 30% of our customers actually have water meters, which means it becomes a very difficult conversation to have with people about how are you going to save water, because I halve my water, my bill stays the same. It's a very difficult conversation to have with most of our customers. So whilst I think everyone understands the water efficiency measure, how do we get them to change behaviours? Well, the southeast is very stretched for its water resources. If you've followed the news, you'll know that there's regularly talks around building a reservoir in Oxfordshire perhaps, or how we're going to manage our reducing water resources. You may remember that last summer we had what we now officially refer to as the wettest drought ever, in that this time last year it was dry. It had been dry for about 3 months. We hadn't had any rain. We just had 2 of the driest winters on record, and we were heading into a summer where we were facing the Olympic Games, and we were probably going to run out of water unless the heavens opened pretty damn quickly. As it happened, the heavens opened pretty damn quickly, and it then didn't stop raining. And so we'd launched a drought initiative only to find that everyone wished that we'd kept our mouths shut. But we have a public that understands about water efficiency, and we already offer people devices that will help them engage on water efficiency, you know, shower heads and things like that. What we've done is we have tapped into a different part of people's psyche by launching 9 different initiatives, commercial initiatives actually, where we are helping launch products into people's homes that will address these issues. And I'm going to talk briefly about each of those. So rather than go through this slide, I'll actually pick off the 9 slides, but that's the list of the various partnerships that we've got. I'm looking up there. I've just noticed it's down there. God, I'm not the brightest of people. Now I'm going to look at my feet. So our first partnership is HomeServe. This is a relationship we've had for a very long time. If any of you in the Thames Water region, you may have be familiar with HomeServe. HomeServe actually sells home insurance products. And some people love the idea that Thames Water provides them with home insurance through an opportunity to get some home insurance. Other people absolutely hate being sold products like this. I have to say I was one of the people who hated it until I went out on a HomeServe van, saw how they actually treat their customers, and I am now a proud owner of a HomeServe insurance package. Staggeringly good quality service that comes from them. But this is a relationship that we have. It's a long-term relationship. 250,000 or so of our customers already have policies with HomeServe, so there's a significant proportion of our customers have bought into it. The way we use this relationship, however, on water efficiency is we give away devices through this, and you can see on that last bullet point that after 23 weeks of activity, we'd given away over 40,000 devices had been given away that would help people engage on water efficiency through the HomeServe channel. Our next partnership, which is good to talk about, is British Gas. Now this was really exciting because this was about two big, strong British brands, Thames Water and British Gas, coming together, water and energy coming together with a shared goal. British Gas is much more mature in terms of its customer engagement, in terms of its product development, in terms of the things it can do for customers than Thames Water can. Thames Water, our core business, is the provision of water and wastewater services. So we don't try and do all these things. We used to, a few years ago, offer people boilers, but we got our fingers badly burnt and rapidly pulled out of that activity. So by working with British Gas, you can see the things that we're talking about offering, and it's everything from solar panels on people's rooftops through to boilers, through to eco, a method for helping people engage on free insulation for their homes. This has been a really exciting initiative, and actually there's representatives in the room from British Gas if people want to talk particularly about this, because it is two big, fairly cumbersome organisations. You know, getting British Gas and Thames Water, both of us, you know, multi-billion-pound businesses, engaging on an initiative and putting our collective weight behind them has been really powerful. The flip side is some partnerships don't work quite as well. So this is one which unfortunately hasn't delivered to the expectation that we thought. Kingspan is a Irish business. They basically have a rainwater harvesting process that's very good for big sites, in particular, you know, big homes or small commercial premises. And we found that this has really gone down a bit like a lead balloon. It hasn't captured people's interest. Now that might be because it had started raining by the time we got around to launching this product, and therefore the market had perhaps withered for it. But it's what we found instead is that there's been much more appetite for this sort of product, the sort of thing that you might see down your local garden centre, a decent, robust, aesthetically pleasing water butt. But we offer people the ability to buy it at lower prices and to get it delivered straight to their door. Another product that we think, as we move into the summer, is going to become very popular is irrigation, which is drip irrigation. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with what a drought order looks like, when we are in a drought, one of the things you're not allowed to do is water your lawns or your plants, but you can if you've got drip irrigation. And so this product, we think, will become increasingly important if it ever stops raining and the sun shines again. Scale Guard, so this is now moving into people's homes. Scale Guard is a product that, as the name implies, helps address the formation of scale around your kettles, boilers, those sorts of things. This product has absolutely taken off. Since we launched it, it has been something that has been a major hit with most of our customers, with a great many of our customers. We put if we put advertising literature on our website or send it out with our bills, we see an immediate boost in the sales that come through of this product. And you know what? It's pretty obvious. It's a product that helps you reduce your energy bills with a very quick payback period. It's easy to install. Everyone understands scale issues. You can see it around your taps. You can see it inside filling up your kettle. It's a product that hits people right where it matters to them. They can understand it. Similarly, with water softeners, we've found that this helps. And of course, for those people who live in the Thames Water region, they have harder water than people who live, say, up in Yorkshire. And so there's added benefits here in that you're using less detergents and therefore making another saving. The reason for perhaps mentioning that is that we've already had, on our table, we had a bit of a debate about how you change customer behaviours. And actually this is about striking into their pocket, making them personally have something that motivates them to change, rather than doing it necessarily for the overall good. And then here's a new product that we're looking at, something called flood sacks, which again, as the name implies, it's a sack that will help you during flood. It's different to a sandbag. It's the sort of product that you can see in that top photo that's easy to deploy, much easier than using sandbags. So if you are unfortunately going to suffer from surface flooding around your property, you could store a few flood sacks, because they swell as the water goes into them, store them under your stairs or something like that, whip them out when you need them, and put them into action very quickly. It's a nice, neat product that actually is helping address a particular water-related need. And then finally, the last product I want to talk about is Freshu. And I know this isn't about water and energy, but it is it's a story I like to tell, mainly because it's one of those things that you never thought you'd stand up and be talking about. It's all about toilet paper, this. An interesting fact, the average number of toilet sheets, and you're all going to start counting them, I can tell you, the average number of toilet sheets a person uses every day is 11 and a half. I have no idea how they did that research, but the average person uses 11 and a half sheets of toilet paper a day. Toilet sheets are actually made slightly thicker for the American market, because they like to scrunch, as opposed to the European market, where we apparently like to fold. Now, the thing about Freshu, I just checked that you're all awake still. There's a few giggles. Some people haven't fallen asleep. One of the things about toilet paper is that some people like to not use toilet paper, but instead they use baby wipes for the same things that most of us would use toilet paper for. And baby wipes are not good if they hit the sewer network. They don't degrade at the same rate that toilet paper does, and they tend to clog up the sewers. That then results in flooding. That results in all sorts of problems that we create. Freshu is a product that basically you can put onto conventional toilet paper, and it makes your toilet paper feel, behave, act just like a wet wipe. It's a slightly odd product, isn't it? It is one of those things that you think, well, that's never going to fly. We've just launched it, and I say we've just launched it. It's actually been developed by, as you can see, an Oxford University PhD student who probably had a little too much to drink one night and thought, hey, I know what I'll do. And we've ended up with this product. But actually, it is something that is capturing the public's interest. I have to say our insurers did have a little bit of raise a few eyebrows around this product as to what would happen if someone complained that they'd got a rash or something like that. And it's the sort of thing that you always you worry about how that might come back and haunt you. But we've got away with it so far. Well, sorry, it has launched successfully. Now, last couple of slides here. Joking apart, all of this is about engaging with people. It's about talking to them in a manner that they can associate with, that they can understand what's in it for them. There is, and on our table we were talking about the difference between citizens and customers, and how many of us have a set of objectives that we have at work which we maybe don't follow when we're at home. A great example was given around someone might operate in a call centre during the day, but when they go home, when they're interfacing with big corporations, they'll use the internet to do it. And engaging with our customers on the water and energy efficiency partnerships needs to not just be about doing good things, not just appealing to people's better nature. I think it has got to derive a personal, call it selfish, benefit for people. I think we heard that with Claire's presentation on the Olympics. people were probably engaging mostly because actually it saved me time. I was going to look on the Olympics website because I didn't want to get stuck in traffic for 2 hours. The other thing that you've got to keep in mind is it is about how you talk to the customers. You can't do it in just one way, so we don't just try and talk to people by a leaflet in their bill. We'll have people standing, we'll run all sorts of ways. You can see them there, website pages, working with local press, holding special events where need be. Our relationship with British Gas has worked particularly well when we've actually had events that engage with local communities. And finally, for Thames Water, this is about making it make sense. You know, flood sacks are not working with Thames Water because they like working with Thames Water or they want to give away their product for free. They're doing it because they are looking for a channel to sell their product. We in Thames Water are also stretching our brand by letting people use these, and so we do take a commercial return from that, although as you can see from the second bullet point, what we are doing with the money that we recover from these is we share that back out through various energy efficiency schemes to engage with people. This is the last slide, and it basically is a little map that we use to help us understand the difference between water products and wastewater products, and those which are affecting efficiency, i.e. using less of that product, and those which are addressing the water quality. And as time goes by, I expect that Thames Water, because we've only been doing this for a year, and in fact my colleague sitting at the back, Diane Addison, who wave your hand in the air, has been wholly responsible for producing these partnerships. I just stand up and take all the credit. As time goes by, we're expecting to complete and create a more comprehensive list of products. Thank you very much.